right? So let's begin with our session. Yeah, it is advisable to have a pen and paper with you, otherwise, it's fine. I hope you're able to see me and hear me. All right, let's begin. So, this workshop, this presentation, this lecture was designed to increase the habit of reading, increase the number of people read books, and encourage them to read books. And that's why I made this uh, presentation, and I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope you get few insights, and after that we'll discuss about note making. So note making will mainly include the NRTC method by Subha. It will also include few of my notes that I made and how I proceed. There is one method of note making that I think Reti ma'am and Amiji might know. It's about in the writing skill section of the English literature, that note making, but we are focusing here on the mastery section. Yeah, yes, Amiji, would you like to share something? Okay. So that note making is a little bit different. It consists of the similar things, but we are focusing on the mastery part. I want you to know this so that you can continue with your mastery in the coming days. And I hope you have chosen your book. Everyone has chosen their book for mastery. Yeah. Because it's 1 week into the Swadharma challenge. I hope you all are practicing the mastery part. It's very important for the holistic growth of you during this challenge. All right, let's begin, everyone. So, good evening and welcome again. So, I will be presenting how to read a book, build the habit of book reading, and note making. So, yes, it's about me. All right. So, why should we read books? We all know because there are so many reasons, but this reason is one of the major reasons that our mind is a garden, right, Preeti ma'am? And the wisdom of books nurture our mind, and that's why we read books. Yeah. So Carl Sagan, do you know Carl Sagan? He used to say that one glance at the book and you can hear the voice of another person. So Carl Sagan was also in I think 1800s. He was not in our time. Apologies if I'm wrong, but yes, he was not of the 19th and 20th century, and still we are able to read his work and gather wisdom. So that is one point. Another is it books give you the opportunity to see more in life. It increases our vocabulary, obviously, mental health, and it's like a guided meditation, like journaling, and it increases our emotional intelligence, it reduces our stress. We all know all this importance, we all are bibliophiles, so I'm just skimming through it. This is very important. A lot of people tell me that I don't like to read. Jesse, I start reading, I start sleeping. So as soon as I open my book, I feel sleepy and I'm not able to listen. So this is the key. So in this whole world, there will be something or the another that you like to read. It could be comic books, it could be any fiction, it could be a thing of your interest. So start with that and then proceed with the important books. I have always told this. Whenever I don't feel like reading, I read Harry Potter. I read Amar Chitra Katha, or I read. I have Tinkle, a lot of Tinkle. I'm a Tinkle junkie, so I love reading that. So whenever you don't feel like reading, you can skip or skip to your interest, and then you can read what you should read. What we do is we follow everyone that this is the list of given by so many people, Atomic Habits, Robin Sharma, and so many self-help books like Bhagavad Gita, basics of Bhagavad Gita, not the original one. So these are the books that they are quite knowledge intensive, and they need to be focused and concentrated upon. So not always we are at that mindset, and in the initial journey of our reading habit, we should always choose a shorter, smaller book. So one of our bibliophile only asked me that after practicing so many things and I'm trying to build a reading habit of 50 books per year. So you might know the CEO, successful people read 52 books a year, one book per week they read. So that person was also trying to do the same, but he was not able to achieve that because interest was not there. So I told that it's not necessary that you follow a norm. You can read anything. So yes, I hope you all get it. Uh, Now, this is a page, an excerpt from the Twitter page of James Clear, and I know you all know that he is a habit maker. So he told all this. I hope you're able to read. So how to develop the reading habit? Yeah, select a time to read every day. We have that 8:30 p.m. Choose a page goal. Yes, if you don't like to read, you can choose a page goal that every day I'll read 10 pages. Then get a physical book. Then find a place to read. Like this is my reading space, or you also might have your reading space. So that should be he James Clear always emphasizes on the spaces, dedicated spaces given for your yoga, for your leisure. So find a place to read and then set a reminder and tell somebody about your commitment that yes, you can share it in the Bibliophile group that I am doing so and so. I want to read so many books per in this year. So this could give you a sense of commitment and accountability. I hope you're with me. I know it's very easy content because we all are bibliophiles. That's why it seems very easy. But for the outsider, this seems very uh, different. And yeah, so let's move ahead. Yeah, so I like this illustration. I hope you're able to see this. Um, yeah. So now you can do this. Um, yeah, you can do this is you can make time for books. So right now in the Swadharma also we have one time for book reading. It is in the evening. But you can have the time for books in the morning as well. And if you are free in your lunchtime, like I suppose sometimes I get free during my lunch times and I like to read books. So I have one book in my office as well. So like that you can do. So in the morning after the journaling and all, you can have a light read, very light and very relaxing. In the afternoon, just like food also. In the afternoon, you can have a bit more intensive book, and then in the evening a winding down book, spiritual or any book that relaxes your mind, not very provocative in terms of brain, in terms of heart, everything, not very provocative feelings should emerge after you read the evening book. All right, I'm skimming through it. Yeah. So I hope you're able to see this. This is an important slide, and please focus here. So how to read more books? Firstly, identify your interest. How many of you have identified your interest? What genre you like? I would like to see thumbs up. Yeah, Amiji is there. Only Amiji is giving me thumbs up. Where are you all? Okay, Sanjay ji, Akshita, Radna, Riti ji, Vinu ji. Yeah, all right. So identify your interests. Okay, my interest is usually self-help now. Earlier, my interest was love fiction. Then it shifted to fantasy novels, and now it is to spiritual. Yeah, mystery, amazing, thrillers. Okay, wonderful, amazing. So then, yes, Amiji's interest is thriller. So you should have one thing, one genre in mind. Children books, beautiful. Yeah, fairy tales, amazing, amazing. They actually calm us down, right? Short, beautiful stories without any fuss. Yeah. All right. Then you can read Yes, non-fiction and spiritual. Yes, similarly, Sanjay, same here. Yeah, this is a very important quality, loving to simply just read and be there. Yeah. Now include the important reads in that in between that. So you know what important read is for you. You know what you want to learn in life and which kind of book will help you in that. So that is the book of your mastery as well. So I don't know much about meditation, and I just happened to get this book on meditation by Osho, and actually it was suggested by Rajat. If you know Rajat Jadon, he suggested us this book in the Satvik workshop, and it's such a profound book. It tells that about meditation so simply that I was couldn't resist just to make notes out of it. So that is one important book for me, and that's why I included it in my mastery portion. Then read more than one book simultaneously. This you all should do. Your bibliophiles, you should read more than one book simultaneously. If you are, it depends upon, switch it on your interest always. Then obviously don't consider it a task rather than an activity of your leisure, your personal digital detox. If not developing an interest, you can leave a book in between. I have told this umpteen times to all of you, those who contact me personally also, that how to read, what to do. I always tell them, नहीं पढ़ते बन रहा है बुक छोड़ दो बुक बुरा नहीं मानेगी but your habit of reading will stop if you will continue doing the same. If you will continue with the book that you are not liking, not understanding, बिना इंटरेस्ट के कोई भी चीज बहुत दूर तक नहीं जाती. तो first develop the interest, and then yes, don't always listen to the world कि ये ओबामा की रिकमेंडेशन है, ये सात्विक मूवमेंट की रिकमेंडेशन है, ये इसकी रिकमेंडेशन है. नहीं, जो तुम्हें पसंद है वो करो. Then include a bit by bit. Then this is done by a lot of our bibliophiles. Fill the spaces in your day with books while traveling, in breaks, while waiting. Suricha ji, Rumit ji, Jyotsna ji, they all, Swapna ji, they all carry book with them. And whenever they get time, like while waiting, like Reiki ma'am is waiting at the hospital. So similar fashion, Richa ji was waiting at the hospital and she carried a book with her. So this you can do. Don't be ashamed to carry a book. Amazing, amazing. This my sister used to do this. So she is now a practicing advocate. But when she was studying, she used to have every bear act in the home, all in all my rooms. So I can understand. Yeah, the family will get used to it. Beautiful. I'm glad, Amity, you're there, interacting with me because I'm not feeling anyone here. Yeah, amazing. All right, we'll move ahead. This is very important. A lot of illustrations are given here. So consistent readers quit a lot of books. Can you see the number of books consistent readers quit are a lot. Struggling readers don't quit a book. They stick to that book and they struggle there. So that is the key. If you want to continue reading, you can skip the books, quit the book. Yeah. Now return of interest from reading new books and ROFM reading life changing. So, yes, obviously, life changing books are important and it's recommended to read those, and these can be mastered. Now, we'll move to note making. If you have any doubts, let me know and give me 30 seconds. Am I audible? Everyone? Wonderful. All right, so here we are with the art of note making. Everyone, I just wanted to introduce you with this how to read a book. Any Doubts you have would be resolved, would have been resolved. Any questions you still have, please let me know. All right. So, art of note making. The first and the foremost technique I want you to tell is about NRTC method. It is devised by Subha, and if you would have attended the Satvik workshop, you would have seen this method, but it was not explained very beautifully, very much in detail by Rajat. It was, but I made it my own, and I revised few more things. So this is the only slide. I'll just explain. So listen carefully, everyone. Yeah. So NRTC method. The first thing is notes, realization, transformation, scripts, and churning. So what does notes mean? Imagine you're having a book like Atomic Habits. Okay, the first section, the first lesson that you got from Atomic Habits was that when you're consistent, even there is a dip, and if you are consistent for 1 year, you'll get a incremental like rise by 38 point something percentage. So this is one of the important learning in chapter 1 of Atomic Habits. So what you have to do is first read it skimmingly. I'll tell you how to do that also, and then make notes of important points. Okay. So firstly, for example, you made the notes of important points and you highlighted the points and you wrote it down in your book. Now realization. So what this realization means? It means linking the context and making it your own. For example, uh, Sanjay ji would like to develop a habit of doing yoga every day, but I would like to build a habit of walking every day. So for both of us, we have one habit in mind, and we will acquire that. So in my note making, I will write that I will after this after our session, I will go for running. And what Sanjay ji will write after our session, I will do yoga. So realization is relating this content of the book with yourself, realizing the actual notes. Okay, so first is note making, then realization about it, like relating it and making it on your own, then transformation scripts. So what happens is during the note making and during the mastery part, you learn so much, you learn so many things, and eventually your brain and you transform, like आप पे क्या impact डाल रहा है. पहला is realization that how it is linking to you, then transforming yourself. So what all transformations you are experiencing during this whole note making thing, and that you write, and then churning. So churning basically is telling someone. That's why the book reviews. Churning is making mastery of something and then explaining it to your friend or explaining it to anyone else, and that's the main reason of mastery and book review here with the bibliophile family. What we want is you do all the first three things. You make notes, you link it with yourself, you develop an understanding, you write more detailed notes, and then finally, when it comes to explain, you explain it on your own to all of us. And when you'll explain, you'll understand that okay, how easily or in what sense I'm able to explain it to us, all of us. So when you're able to explain simply, that means you're understanding it well enough. So that's the quote of Einstein, that if you can explain it simply, you understand it well enough. So that's the reason that we want that you do mastery and then you do a book review with us. So that book that you are doing mastery of will be imbibed in your brain and you'll never forget it. Like for a long time, you'll not forget it because you have explained it to all of us. So that's the reason I will share my notes of NRTC in the Swadharma group. I have not included this in the slide right now. Right. So yes, read to gain knowledge and write to organize it. One of the status I shared that was mixed thoughts, and then it was It was in my mind, and then when I wrote it down, it was organized. So it was like the importance of writing down. I'll share that as well. All right. Yeah. So this is note making 101. Before that, do you all know what are corner style notes? I'll share this first. Can you see my screen, everyone? Acha, Amiji, it is not here. Do you know what are corner style notes? No? Anyone? Okay. So obviously it was developed by the Cornell University. What it is about note making from the lecture, okay, not from a book. But we will tweak it for according to our understanding. Apologies, I hope you're not getting more disturbance of the pressure cooker, everyone. Yeah, all right. All right. Yeah. So the first is obviously title. The important part is you write the keyword and the questions in the side, and the main thoughts and the keynotes in the front. So this is the okay. This is the style of writing the uh, corner style notes. Just a second, everyone. बस करना यार डिस्टर्ब पूरा कुकर कुकर Yeah, all right. So, in our context, so here what is given is you make notes in the front section. You divide your paper in two parts. One will be a note, and left hand side would be keyword and questions. So, when you develop a mastery and when you are writing the notes from a book, what you do is you write the heading and the important points here, and your understanding, whatever you are understanding from that, you write it on the left hand side. Okay, I hope you're understanding what I'm telling, everyone. So your understanding and your notes should be at the left hand side, and the main book part should be at the front. So the main notes should be at front and your understanding at the left. This is Cornell style note making. It's very common, and it's one of the like principles of note making. So it's very followed vividly everywhere. Yeah. Now, yeah, note making 101. So this is the important slide. I hope you're able to see my slide. So make your notes brief and be selective. Identify the key areas, and I will tell you how to do that. Like, how do I identify key areas? The main key is to read, reread again and again, and that's when you identify the key areas. Organize your ideas and make connections. So, whenever you're making notes, there should be a section in your copy where you are able to link वी टोल्ड ना रियलाइजेशन एंड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन तो वो रियलाइजेशन के लिए आपको एक जगह होना चाहिए देयर यू कैन राइट डाउन योर थॉट्स एंड यू कैन कनेक्ट so connecting the dots is very important in understanding any concept and how you are able to do it when you write few things down and you are able to connect that in your brain and similarly connect the dots there in your copy as well by making few arrows. Then obviously keep them well spaced. Show the relationships between main points and like lines and graphs and paragraphs. Use your own words to summarize. It's very important. This is the part of transformation scripts and churning that on assimilation. So tomorrow I'll be having a book review on how to read a book, and that I'll tell you in that how to assimilate a book. What is assimilation? Once you have read it, you tell your understanding of the book. You generate your own understanding of that book, and every assimilation of book is different by each and every person. Apologies, yeah. Then I told about the corner style notes. You all know that you can make notes in Evernote, OneNote, or uh, an offline section. Then skimming. Yes, I'll tell you how to skim also. I'll tell you how to do analytics reading also and inspectional reading also. So stay tuned and I hope you're listening to me. We just have 15-20 minutes left. So just read that. Yeah. Now, we are to our very important aspect, systematic skimming or pre-reading. Does anyone know what a systematic reading is? Systematic skimming is, alright, I'll share you the points. Do remember this. Tomorrow also I'll share, but yeah. Systematic skimming is whenever you're unsure about any book, okay, that you have, whether you should continue with that book or not, whether it will be interesting or not, whether you should consider that book for mastery or not, like that. So you do a systematic skimming and superficial reading. These two things you do. Systematic skimming means, first of all, it's very common sense. Okay, it's very active reading. Read the front page of the book. Okay, read the preface. Preface is very important. Then read the index. Nowadays, a lot of us don't read the index and the preface, but the book ka crisp and the crux is at the preface and the back side of the book. You'll get an understanding through the index also, that what the book comprises of. Then in that index portion, whichever chapter that is of your interest or it intrigues you, it interests you more, that you start reading and skim through it. Like, don't read each and every paragraph, just read headings of each and every paragraph. Read just headings, first headings, and then go ahead. And that is a systematic skimming. That tells you how the book is and whether this book is for you or not. So I hope you're understanding what I'm telling. It's very important, it's very analytical and technical, but it's very simple also. Then we come to superficial reading. So superficial reading does not mean that we are not reading very attentively. Superficial reading means just reading through the whole book without stopping. So reading speed and this is very similar. Even if you're not understanding any part of the book, okay, you are not getting the vocabulary, there are so many comments and notes. So don't read that, just read through the book and power through the book continuously. Don't just sit and don't stop in between, and don't look for dictionary, vocabulary or understanding anything. नहीं आ रहा है कुछ portion समझ में, let it continue. That is superficial reading and it's extremely important. Whenever you go to a learning course where speed reading is given, speed reading is this only. They make you just read. That does not mean you will get comprehension. That does not mean you will get the understanding of the book. The main point is to read fast. So this is how you read fast. What you do is, without focusing on main understanding and main vocabulary or any word of the book or notes and comments, you just skim. You just power through the whole book. You read it with focus. And when your book finishes, after that you'll be able to realize, okay, these all things I did not understand, this I understood. Now I need to focus on the portion that I did not understand. So this is how you do a superficial or active reading. Now, reading speed increases when you skim through the fixations and regressions. What are fixations and regressions? Those things that you don't understand. Often in our schools, we are taught that focus on the things that you're not understanding, right? Focus on those things that you're not able to get, and yeah, no worries. So focus on the portions that you're not understanding. That's quite contrary to this. When you're speed reading, you don't focus on the things that stop you. You just power through. And even if you're not understanding, those things you're not understanding are your fixations and regressions. They will stop you. Why? Because you'll stop for dictionary. you'll Google it कि अच्छा क्या मतलब है इसका, and then what happens is you then stop only, you continue, वो जो आपकी rhythm थी, flow था, वो टूट गया, and then it's a hindrance. So we are removing all the hindrances in our reading speed, and then we are powering through the book. Okay, I hope you're understanding what I'm telling everyone. I I would request few reactions if you're there listening. Yeah. All right. Now pointer with fingers and then finally analytical reading. So pointer with finger is whenever you're reading a book, okay, you make this pointer or just a thumb, okay, just a thumb, and you put the thumb like are you able to see? Yeah. So put the thumb here at the line, front line, and just move vertically, okay, like this. Your eyes will move like this, but this pointer will help your eye to fixate, to be focused on one point. So yeah, so yes, pencil, yes, we don't advise pencil, that's a good idea, but so this is vertically move, okay, from, you read one sentence and then you point to the next sentence and your eye will be there. So this is for the movement of your eye, that it does not wander and it does not lose its focus. So like this you read through a book, you power through a book like this. And I read this by this technique so many times because I have a thing for policies and I read like 600, 700 pages sometimes in a day, and it's quite exhausting for me, and I do the same. And I don't do it in paper, I do it online. And this is how I skim through the whole content of the policy or the document that government has sent to us. And it's quite hectic, but this is the key. Thank you, Amity. This is the key that I use to read fast. This is what I do in my life, and that's why I'm able to read 100 books a year. So I would advise you also to do this. And whenever you're not liking any book, not understanding any book, you can just power through that book. Read, 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 जब तक वो खत्म नहीं होती है. Thank you, Ratna. Yeah. All right. So you all know this is the this is one of the techniques of note making. I'll share my notes as well with you. Just a second and few times. Sometime. So this I made. If Aradhana remembers, I used to make book reviews and stuff like that earlier. Yeah. So this is one of the book review pages of art of Eat That Frog. So this is apply. So what I did here is just focus. Chapter 7. I wrote the most important point at the front, just next to the chapter name. The key result area is the work for which you are completely responsible. If you don't do it, it doesn't get done. So this is the most important gist or my understanding that I got from the chapter. And then only 4 points I wanted to write about that chapter. I wrote that. Similarly here, apply the law of three. That is the chapter name. And then the most important point is identify the three key tasks that add most value in your life. And then you work along with that. So this is how you make notes. And when does this understanding comes? After rereading that book. So first you did your skimming, then you did your yeah, first you did your skimming, then you did your inspectional reading, and then yeah, first you did your skimming, then you did your superficial reading, and then finally your analytical reading. So when you're doing superficial reading, you'll understand, ki, okay, I did not understand this, I understood this, then then you start again, and then you make notes. So rereading is the key for mastery. Rereading is the key for note making as well. All right. So these were my book recommendations. I always recommend these books to everyone. I have recommended this to all of you time and again. And yeah, this is it. Now I hope you understood a lot of things I tried to share. Any questions?
आप फिर से बता सकते हो?
बिल्कुल। तो कॉर्नल नोट मेकिंग में टेक्निकली कॉर्नल नोट मेकिंग में क्या होता है कि दे जो टाइटल है टाइटल की साइड में आप क्वेश्चंस और कीवर्ड्स लिखते हो। मतलब टाइटल है और मेन पॉइंट्स है। लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में यू डिवाइड योर पेज इन सच अ वे दैट there is one central page portion and there is a left side portion. On the left hand side you write ask questions and you um, make your understanding your keywords. But in our case, what we all do, we read a book and we master it, right? तो उसमें क्या करना है मास्टरी में मेन सेक्शन में तो मेन इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स आप लिख रहे हो जो भी पैराग्राफ का नाम है और एनीथिंग बट ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड राइट योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग राइट योर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन स्क्रिप्ट्स एंड योर realizations at the left hand side. So that is important. I will share that again. Yeah, can you see? तो अक्षता यहाँ पे देखो टाइटल है टाइटल के नीचे दे wrote मेन नोट्स एंड की पॉइंट्स ओके दैट इज फाइन बिकॉज बुक विल गिव यू मेन की पॉइंट्स एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड पैराग्राफ नेम बट लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में आपको आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग लिखनी है आपको आपकी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन नोट्स लिखने हैं तो वेन एवर यू आर skimming through your notes you'll know okay ये है and this is my understanding so it would be like simultaneous learning for you. I hope you are able to understand it. Very simple. Just make your
या
understanding left hand side. Okay. Any more questions? Share mine. Okay. So I'll try to share my notes and just okay. Are you able to see? Okay. So this is my notes of Atomic Habits when it was not famous. Okay. So this is chapter one. And see, I did not write a lot, but I wrote it with colorful pens and I made a lot of arrow marks. So you can see the changing outcome, changing process, changing identity, the person you want to become. So, like that. I wrote about this running, water, study, and food. So, these four things I would like to do in my life. So, like this, your understanding could be written. And yeah, so see, wake up at 11 a.m., check phone for 2 hours. So all these are negative things. Then categorize your into positive and negative. Yes, different things help a lot, a lot. Okay. So like this, you can do that. All right. So this was my notes. This were my notes. All right. Any more questions? Yeah.